Sean Diddy Combs' sinister threat to ex Jennifer Lopez. Oh my gosh, what is this? So we're hearing that Diddy is very upset with his ex Jennifer Lopez. Not only upset, he's big mad. He's saying when he walks out of jail, she better watch her back. And I'm like, wait a minute, watch her back? Anyway, let's get into this article. Let's start with the title and then let's get into reading the entire article. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Exclusive. The shocking threat Sean Diddy Combs has issued to his ex, Jennifer Lopez, from behind bars, and how she's top of his revenge hit list if he dodges jail. Jennifer Lopez has a target on her back courtesy of her S-Beast ex-boyfriend Sean Diddy Combs. The singer has long severed all contact and ties with the shamed rapper, and that's at the root of the disgusting threats he has slapped her with, as he languishes in one of America's most hellhole jails, Radar Online can reveal. A source close to the trafficking accused Combs, 55, banged up at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center, New York, as he sits trial on federal charges including racketeering, said he's been saying she has been disloyal by not coming forward as a character witness for him, and that she's top of his revenge hit list if he gets out of jail. Wait a minute. What character witness? I mean, after that video of you beating up Cassie, what could she say, even if you never laid a finger on her? Clearly, what that video revealed to her, Naomi Campbell, Cameron Diaz, and other famous women you dated was that they never knew. They never knew that side of you, that there was an evil side of you that they didn't know, one reserved for women or men who depended on you financially and for their career. So if I were them, I wouldn't even come forward either. And speak for you for what? And say what? That you were a good boyfriend? That does not negate what we saw on that tape with Cassie or what we heard in court. So, anyway, let's continue. He's convinced she has him to thank for her entire career and that she should be showing loyalty to him. And I think her loyalty to you is in her keeping quiet. She could have condemned you. That's the only thing she can do right now, but she hasn't. At least I haven't seen it publicly. I have not heard of any of the women come out and condemn you. And I'm talking about Hollywood, the women you've been seen with, the women you allegedly dated, the women I named. So what do you want her to do? Ruin her career, her life for you? A man who's potentially going to spend the rest of his life in prison? How? No. Let's continue. He's planning revenge on everyone he thinks has wronged him from his personal and professional circle. Does that include 50 Cent? Anyway, but the insider also laughed at Diddy seems to think he has the upper hand. That's how insane this man's ego is. Clearly, if true, he's insane. But none of these types of threats are going to make a difference to J.Lo. She's totally done with Diddy and not going to be intimidated by him or anyone else. Listen, I'm not going to say Diddy is not dangerous. We've already seen how bad he can be. So if these things are true about doing something to Jennifer, it's possible, especially if he's found guilty and spending 10 or more years in prison. Yes, but I think he's more likely to tell everything on who was involved, who knew what. I'm talking about naming celebrities that have not defended him right now. Okay, he's not naming names because there's a possibility he might be found not guilty, or he may get a sentence to less than 10 years, or he may get a pardon, who knows. But what we are also hearing is that his defense team is not calling any witnesses to the stand, which is shocking. Of course, I wasn't expecting Diddy to take the stand because the prosecution would have him for lunch and a snack. But, and maybe this article explains it. They don't have anybody to testify on behalf of Diddy as a character witness. Maybe they asked Jennifer Lopez and she said, nope. I'm sorry, no, I cannot and will not, especially not in light of everything we've heard and saw. No way. I'm sure he's disappointed, maybe even bitter, according to this article, but his failure to understand why is crazy. So yes, he's dangerous if convicted, but not really if found not guilty. Why? Because he hates how he feels right now being in jail, right? And I don't think he wants to go back in there. So if he's a free man, he's going to live the rest of his life quietly. Well, I hope. And not do anything to send him back to jail. If I were him, I would leave the country because the feds might just slap more charges. But anyway, let's continue. He's been saying he's capable of cursing her and her career. What a joke. Diddy is being held without bail as he faces an array of charges. The allegations, some dating back decades, include allegations of rape, abnormal use, and harassment. There is no suggestion Lopez had any knowledge of the alleged abnormal use. She and Combs famously dated from 1999 to 2001 and remained in contact long after it ended. A source said Diddy and J.Lo had a meaningful relationship and remained in contact long after it ended. He really thought she'd reach out and show at least some support, even if she wasn't willing to testify for him. I think she would have if Cassie's tape had not existed. So remember that tape was leaked before Diddy got arrested. Immediately after CNN showed the tape, all the celebrities scrubbed their social media of any pictures they had of Diddy. I remember Janet Jackson and Naomi Campbell removing pictures of them attending Diddy's 50th birthday party in London. I also think this may be part of the reason Ben Affleck left Jennifer Lopez, these Diddy allegations, what she knew. Though he left her mostly in part because she is insane to deal with, in my opinion. Anyway, let's continue. Her loyalty backing would have carried real weight, especially with her influence in the industry. But she's kept completely quiet, and to Diddy, that's the ultimate betrayal. I think he overestimates Miss Jenny from the Block's influence in Hollywood, let alone in the court system. Diddy had much more influence than Jennifer. Even that could not keep him out of jail. What makes him think her influence would help? Anyway, let's continue. All of these types of threats aren't going to make any difference to J.Lo. She's totally done with Diddy and not going to be intimidated by him or anyone else. Court proceedings have already seen weeks of graphic testimony against Combs, including allegations he forced women into substance-fueled Fijis, events held off the radar for years and attended by A-listers and sex workers. In one particularly disturbing account, a woman claimed the rapper dangled her from a balcony and threatened to delete her. Even though Lopez, also 55, has not publicly commented on the case, she has faced scrutiny from her ex-husband Ojani Noah, 50, who accused her in a social media post of attending one of Combs' infamous parties. In October, he wrote online about attending the bashes, but my ex-wife, Jennifer Lopez, aka J.Lo, did ask her. The question is not whether she did. The question is who didn't attend Diddy parties? Let's continue. When Miami police raided Combs' mansion, they discovered a lot of weapons and substances, including C, K, and H, along with disassembled rifles, adult toys, and thousands of bottles of baby oil, neatly arranged in cabinets like display trophies. The grotesque inventory stunned even the most seasoned investigators, and photos of the stashes have left jurors squirming. In past years, Lopez spoke favorably about Combs, saying in 2014, "He taught me so many things," adding there was still mutual respect and admiration. But those days are long gone. An insider said, "Everyone around her understands that mentioning him is strictly off limits. She's finished to staying silent just to keep her image intact." Diddy's become toxic, and the entire industry is aware of it. The thing is, Diddy was not the only one. He was not the first. He is not the last. I might do a video that is sounding a little bit ridiculous, but it's coming from a credible news outlet saying that some girls from Hugh Hefner's mansion claimed that there might have been a tunnel from his house to Diddy's house. For what? That's what the video will reveal. Anyway, guys, let's talk about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until the next one. Bye, guys.